This video will cover moderate part 1 question regarding the topic of curve sketching. This is the only question. The domain inside of the square root is always greater than or equal to 0. That means 4 minus x squared is always greater than or equal to 0. A squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. Then we can factor 2 minus x times 2 plus x is greater than or equal to 0. The shape of the graph is like this. Minus 2 and 2. The y value is greater than or equal to 0. That means this part. X is between minus 2 and 2. Inclusive, this is the domain. X-intercept is when y equals 0. Then x times square root of 4 minus x squared equals 0. So x equals 0 or 4 minus x squared equals 0. Then x squared equals 4. That means x equals plus minus 2. This one and this one. Then x-intercept is 0, 0 and 2, 0 minus 2, 0. F of minus x equals minus x times square root of 4 minus x squared. We can rewrite as minus x times square root of 4 minus x squared. This part is f of x. So f of minus x equals minus f of x. That means f is odd function. So the graph has a symmetry about the origin. F prime of x equals, using the product rule, uv prime is u prime b plus ub prime. Then x prime times the square root of 4 minus x squared plus x times square root of 4 minus x squared prime equals x prime is 1 times the square root of 4 minus x squared plus x times d dx of square root of x equals d dx of x to the power of 1 over 2. Then 1 over 2 times x to the power of minus 1 over 2. We can rewrite as 1 over 2 square root of x. So d dx of square root of u equals, using the chain rule, 1 over 2 square root of u times u prime. Then back to the original, this one, 1 over 2 square root of 4 minus x squared times 4 minus x squared prime equals square root of 4 minus x squared plus x over 2 square root of 4 minus x squared. Then this one is minus 2x equals square root of 4 minus x squared. Then 2 is cancelled. Minus x times x is minus x squared over square root of 4 minus x squared. Then times square root of 4 minus x squared over square root of 4 minus x squared equals this one together. Then 4 minus x squared over square root of 4 minus x squared minus x squared over square root of 4 minus x squared. Then 4 minus 2x squared over square root of 4 minus x squared. Then f prime of x equals 0. That means the numerator is 0. 4 minus 2x squared equals 0. Then 2x squared equals 4. X squared equals 2. That means x is plus minus square root of 2. F prime of x does not exist. That means the denominator is 0. This part. So 4 minus x squared equals 0. Then x squared equals 4. X is plus minus 2. Then this one and this one are critical numbers. Now we know f prime of x and critical numbers. The number line is here. F prime of x between minus 2 and 2 minus square root of 2 square root of 2. The testing number is minus 1.5. The denominator of the f prime of x is always positive, so we can use only the numerator part, which is 4 minus 2x squared. Then x equals minus 1.5. 4 minus 2 times minus 1.5 squared equals minus 0.5, which is negative. The testing number is 0. When x equals 0, 4 minus 2 times 0 squared equals 4, which is positive. When the testing number is x equals 1.5, when x equals 1.5, 4 minus 2 times 1.5 squared equals minus 0.5, which is negative. F prime of x change the sign negative to positive at x equals minus the square root of 2. So this one is relative minimum. And f prime of x change the positive to negative at x equals the square root of 2. So this means relative maximum. F prime of minus the square root of 2 equals, use this, minus the square root of 2 times the square root of 4 minus the square root of 2 squared equals minus the square root of 2 times the square root of 4 minus, this one is 2, minus the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, which is minus 2. Relative minimum is minus the square root of 2 comma minus 2. F prime of square root of 2 equals square root of 2 times the square root of 4 minus the square root of 2 squared equals the square root of 2 times the square root of 4 minus 2. Then square root of 2 times the square root of 2, which is 2. Then relative maximum is square root of 2 comma 2. Use this. F second prime of x equals, using the quotient rule, u over v prime equals u prime b minus ub prime over v squared. Then 4 minus 2x squared prime times the square root of 4 minus x squared minus 4 minus 2x squared times square root of 4 minus x squared prime over square root of 4 minus x squared squared equals the first one, 4 minus 2x squared prime is minus 4x times the square root of 4 minus x squared minus 4 minus 2x squared times d dx of square root of u equals 1 over 2 square root of u times, using the chain rule, u prime. Then this part is u, 1 over 2 square root of 4 minus x squared times 4 minus x squared prime over 4 minus x squared equals minus 4x times square root of 4 minus x squared minus 4 minus 2x squared over 2 times square root of 4 minus x squared, and this one is minus 2x over 4 minus x squared equals minus 4x square root of 4 minus x squared. Make positive, cancelled, then x times this one 4 minus 2x squared over square root of 4 minus x squared, then over 4 minus x squared, then times square root of 4 minus x squared over square root of 4 minus x squared, then expand. First one is minus 4x times this one and this one, make together 4 minus x squared plus, then second one, and this one is cancelled, then x times 4 minus 2x squared over 4 minus x squared times square root of 4 minus x squared. This one, then equals, expand, minus 16x plus 4x cubed plus 4x minus 2x cubed over 4 minus x squared times this part we can rewrite as 4 minus x squared to the power of 1 over 2 equals this one and this one combined together 2x cubed, then minus 12x over 4 minus x squared to the power of 3 over 2. Then we can factor, take out 2x times x squared minus 6 over 4 minus x squared to the power of 3 over 2. Then f prime of x equals 0. That means the numerator is 0, which is 2x times x squared minus 6 equals 0. Then x equals 0 or x squared minus 6 equals 0. That means x squared equals 6. X equals plus minus square root of 6 is rounded to plus minus 2.449 and is rejected because of the domain x is minus 2 to 2. Then check about x equals 0. The number line f second prime of x. The domain is from minus 2 to 2, but f prime of x does not exist at x equals plus minus 2. So does f second prime of x. Then minus 2 and 2 is broken line, 0. When the testing number is minus 1, x is between minus 2 and 2, the denominator is always positive, this part. So we can use only the numerator part, which is 2x times x squared minus 6, then 2 times minus 1 times minus 1 squared minus 6 equals minus 2 times 1 minus 6, which is minus 5, is 10, is positive, which means concave up. When the testing number is 1, 2 times 1 squared minus 6 equals 2 times minus 5 minus 10, which is negative, concave down. The sign of f second prime of x changes from positive to negative at x equals 0. That means this one is inflection point. Then f prime of 0 equals, use this, 0 times square root of 4 minus 0 squared equals 0. So inflection point is 0, 0. Now we know x equals minus 2, f prime of x is undefined. X equals 2 is also undefined. And plus minus 2, 0 is x-intercept. F prime of x equals 0 when x equals minus square root of 2, square root of 2. F second prime equals 0 when x equals 0. This one is relative minimum, relative maximum, inflection point. And this part is negative, positive, negative, and if second prime of x is positive, then negative. F prime of x is negative, that means decreasing. Positive means increasing. Positive means increasing. Negative means decreasing. If second prime of x is positive, that means concave up. Positive is concave up. Negative is concave down. Negative is concave down. Then relative minimum is minus square root of 2, minus 2. And relative maximum is square root of 2, 2. This one. And concave up and decreasing only at this part. The shape is like this. And concave up, increasing at only this part. And concave down, increasing only at this part. Concave down, decreasing only at this part. And inflection point is 0, 0. X-intercept is minus 2 and 2. Inflection point is 0, 0. Relative minimum is minus square root of 2, minus 2. Relative maximum is square root of 2, 2. The shape of the graph is x-intercept minus 2 and 2, decreasing and concave up, increasing and concave up until 0, 0, increasing and concave down, decreasing and concave down. This is the graph of y equals x times square root of 4 minus x squared. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.